coming up on stage. I've seen him a few times. He sounds aight, but dang, he gave me like the meanest look. Like he almost looked like Jesucristo, but in bleach form. Gloria a Dios. Ladies and gentlemen, please give him a warm welcome to the stage to Jake. Oops, there you go. That was like your last name. I'm sorry. But let me do it again. Jake, loose.
I was going to talk about the initial comment that you had made to Joey about how he's not going to get anywhere near your pussy, and how that was going to be on record. Why would that need to be on record anywhere? But then he made it even more awkward. Hello?
I think I might have turned it off.
Alright, I'm just gonna start this over. Do you guys like jokes about bears? Yeah, you do. Now I gotta ask you guys. Do you guys like jokes about sex? Yeah. Not as enthusiastic on that one. Now I know where I'm gonna get some enthusiasm. So I know that you guys love impressions. Yeah, that's about as good as that ever gets. Before I do this first one, I'm going to ask you, Madam in the front row, in your impression of manliness, is it more manly to fight a bear or to rape a bear?
Oh my god.
I call it rape.
Trick question! It's actually the most manly to make love to a bear. So this is my impression of me trying to make love to a bear. Yeah, I'll have the lobster, and my lady friend here will have the salmon. Me trying to make love to a bear. Now I gotta ask you, little Tokyo. Now I know you guys like jokes about bears, and I know you guys like impressions. Do you guys like jokes about rape, little Tokyo? Yeah.
No!
One guy does.
I'm okay with that.
So this is my impression of me trying to rape a bear. It's me trying to rape a bear. Here, drink this. Get it, you guys? I roofie the bear. Now I'm gonna take it home and have sex with its unconscious bear body. Bear body, you guys. It's a long way to go for bear body. You have to buy the roofie. You gotta go to a bear club. I was talking about like a big gay guy through this whole thing. Was that not clear? It changes the whole dynamic of the show. Well, I guess I better do it again. No, I wrote this joke. I wrote this joke recently, and I'm not. It sounds familiar. So if you've heard it before, you gotta like let me know. But basically, it's you might be a redneck if I don't like you. May have been done before. That's an inside joke for those of you who didn't laugh. And for those of you who won't laugh for the rest of the set, every joke on the planet is an inside joke. It's just a matter of like there being more or less people on the inside to get the joke. So if you don't laugh at my jokes, I don't really give a fuck. You're just stupid. So I'm going to tell this next joke. And this is another inside joke. This joke, and it's not mine. It's an old joke, but basically there's these two muffins, and they're in the oven. The first muffin turns to the second muffin and says, "Boy, it's getting hot in here, don't you think?" And the second muffin turns to the first one and goes, "Holy shit, a talking muffin!" Now that's an inside joke, because it's not funny if you don't know what muffins are. Now the next series of inside jokes are about my grandma. So those of you who know my grandma, you'll get these. My grandma, she's not, like, you couldn't call her racist, she's just racy. You know what I mean? Like, she would never call a black person the N-word, but she definitely calls all of them brother. Like, so I saw this brother at the store the other day. He got behind in line and I had to chat with him. Like, she doesn't care that my mom's dating a Mexican guy, but, like, when she brought him home for Thanksgiving dinner, my grandma definitely was like, so do we, like, put salsa on the turkey, or do we, like, stuff it with jalapenos? How's this gonna work? I don't know. No one ever told me that growing up as white as I am, racist people just sort of tend to like you. And it's not like there's nothing I did to, like, encourage that. Like, they just come up and shake my hand and they're like, congratulations! I'm like, and it's not like it's the first thing that comes up. Like, no one, like, comes up and is like, hey, my name's Jimmy, I hate Jews. Like, they just come up and they just be my friend. And I have a new friend. And then it's like over the course of like 6 months where like the racist jokes stop becoming jokes. Like, it starts with like, so a rabbi walked into a bar. And then like by like 6 months in, it's like the Jews control the media. I don't know, and I've seen a lot of I guess you could say, seen a lot of flavors of racism throughout the years. You know what I mean? Like, I had a Mormon friend for a while, and they've got their own racist views, and it's, I don't know, to me it's always a case of like, if you're just not trying to be a dick, then fucking, it's alright. Like, people consider the N-word to be like the worst word you could ever use ever. Except for that guy disagrees. Really, here's the thing. The reason that the N-word and words like it are offensive is because it's somebody trying their very hardest to be a dick. That's why it's mean. Like, I teach kids. That's what I do for a living. And I, like, will let kids say, like, I'll let them swear in class, I'll let it slide. If they just mess up and, fuck, and I don't care. I sent a kid to the office for calling another one a poop head. And it's really because, like, the word buddy could be more offensive than the N-word. You know what I mean? And it's all about, like, if you, throughout your entire childhood, you were raped every day, and the whole time, they just called you a buddy over and over again, and then you knew that about that guy, and you were like, you know, buddy, to be a dick to him, I don't know, I could never understand racism growing up, and it's just because I grew up playing Dungeons and Dragons. To me, race means like dwarf or elf, you know what I mean? Like, we're all humans, we all have the same stats, we can use the same equipment, it's not a big deal. Which is why I hate midgets and faggots.
Hey, what? Say that word.
Dwarves and elves? How come it's okay to call them dwarves but not halflings? Thanks, you guys. Have a good night.
What was the amazing part of that whole thing? Of your whole routine? It's just like crushed my heart. I was like, I got to do it. Turkey and stuffed jalapenos. Oh, I'm sorry. That slipped. Woo! Spanish got out of me. But yeah, I am so going to your Thanksgiving, bro. They better have like tapatio and instead of towels. Oh wait, I have a cat. Anyways.